Hey, what's up? Jeremy, the online ads guy here. So, if you have a recurring revenue business, like a membership business, agency business, and you want to work out how big you can get with your current operation, or you want to reach a goal and you got to work out what has to be done, I've built the perfect calculator for you. You can find this calculator on my website under resources, Hypermax calculator. And this calculator is inspired by the Hormozi method. There's a video that he did many moons ago, and he talked about this particular formula. But he drew it on the wall. I'll put the video and the link and everything on the screen and the description. But he came up with the method, and it was very intriguing. But he done on a whiteboard, and it was very hard to just play around. This is why I was inspired to build a calculator shortly after that. Let's plug in some real numbers to demonstrate how this calculator works and how it can benefit you as a business owner. So let's say, for example, you have a digital marketing agency. You started off with 50 clients at the beginning of the month. By end of the month, 40 of them remained, which means you churn 10, which is a 20% churn rate, which is actually horrible. But let's just use round numbers for this specific example. And then you charge an average of $1,000 per month per client, right? So the average lifetime value for a client is actually 5,000. Okay, because if they staying every fifth or sixth one, they start leaving, so it leaves you about $5,000. Okay, so 50 started, 10 left, 40 remained, charging $1,000 each. Right? Good so far? Okay. So now your client acquisition side, how many people you added? So how many new signups you had did happen that particular month, right? And let's just say for this particular scenario, it was 15. Okay. So this is where the calculator can help you. If this was a real life scenario, if your churn rate is 20%, which means if you got 120 people leave, if you got 240 people leave, right? If your churn rate is 20%, because that's how you count churn using percentage, and new signups is usually counted by individuals because you can't say like every month my goal is to increase 10%. Like that doesn't make sense, right? Like that doesn't because it becomes too exponential. Like you won't be able to keep up. So you have an absolute number as a goal. We say, I want to add 20 new members. I want to add 15 new members, 15 new clients, something like this. Okay. So this calculator, the beauty of this is that you can project if you continue at these numbers at this rate, where would you cap out? Like where would you start maxing out? So what do you mean by maxing out? Maxing out just means that around this area here, around, if we use this scenario, around the 9th and 10th month, you'll be struggling just getting 15 clients, and you're losing 15 clients because of the churn rate. Okay. So you have about 74 clients, and then 75 clients, and you will lose about 20%, which means there's only 80% left, and you're back at 60. You get another 15 in, another 15 leaves, right? I think you get the point. All right, so you say, well, I have goals. I want to get to my 120 per month, right? Revenue. Okay, so there's a few things you have to do, right? First thing is you have to fix up the churn rate. You have to improve your churn. Okay. And then you have to, oh, that's already beautiful. So if you're able to improve your churn from 20% to 10%, that means to get 120 as a goal, you don't even need to 15 clients. You just need about 12. If you get 12 new clients a month and reduce your churn, meaning you've come up with a better program, you plug the hole, you figure out why people are leaving and you fixed it, and you don't even have to play around with the order value. You can see in probably about the 18th month, around 18th, yeah, around 18th, 19th month. So about a year and a half from now, you'll be able to hit your goal. Okay. So same thing for membership business. So we're doing this for a client who has about 300 members. And her churn was very good. I think it was only like, I think very little churn, 5% churn. And the order value obviously is a lot less for membership. I think it was 49, I think, per month, I think. And she was getting about 50 clients signups. So this will take a longer, but her hypothetical max, she'll max out about about 960 members. So it's way beyond what currently is. Currently is 300 members, and it'll max out about $47,000 per month in income, right? So I forgot how many in your scenario where is 50, 50, 40, good, 40, and what do we say? 1,000? Yep, and 15 signups, right? Okay, so you'll end up with 75 max clients in this scenario. Okay, so hopefully this helps. You can use it for anything that's recurring business, membership business. It's just gonna fix up your business. It's just gonna give you out like a really accurate projection. Yeah, hopefully you found it helpful. Thanks. Hey, what's up? Jeremy here from Digital Growth Marketing. We're dropping a few of these a week. If you found it helpful, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.